I've been driving for 30 years now, a bit over 30 years. My typical day at work, well, can range from a 2 a.m. start to a 8 p.m. start. We work on a 24-hour rotating shifts, so anywhere in between those hours we could start or finish. Yeah, it gets stressful some days, particularly near misses with people are the worst. Children even gets worse. We do have near misses with cars quite frequently, trucks, wild animals, domestic animals. I think the most stressful is the young people running past you. You know, you have to put your hand up and not look just in case the inevitable does happen. For me, I've been pretty lucky. You know, I've fit cars, I've had horses and cattle, and everybody survived, luckily. But you know, there's plenty of drivers here that had plenty of fatalities and such. They do have an impact. The fact that, you know, you've almost run somebody over, or smashed into their car, and you know that the outcome's not going to be too favourable for the person or vehicle on the track. And domestic animals, I like animals, so it can be quite stressing, especially when these events have happened 2 or 3 times in the shift. You might go with perhaps a week, maybe even a month, and nothing happens, but then it all comes back again. So, you know, the family does feel it, just by you being, you know, reserved and at home, and everybody's asking you, well, you know, what's the problem? What's the problem? And you do take it home. You do dream about it. It does get quite stressing some days, especially the ones that sneak up on you. The mistake they make, that the boom's been down for a long time, so they think that, oh, there's no train coming. It's been down, it must be broken. So they drive through, they run across, and then you will say, oh, I can see my train going the other way, I need to run across that level crossing, not realising there's a train coming the other direction. And there's various reasons. I mean, we have people, you know, have Walkmans on, and they can't hear the train whistle, and a whole range of things. But the average train would take about 950 metres to pull up at maximum speed, which would be ranging from about 115 kilometres an hour to 160. They haven't got much hope if they're not clear of the track. From the time I've reacted, put the brake on, and you just sit there and wait for it to stop. I do see people doing the wrong thing at railway crossings and pedestrian crossings. That occurrence probably happens, you know, 3 or 4 times a week, sometimes 3 or 4 times a shift, depending on the time of the year. I think the silly season during summer, you have a lot more frequent ones. If I could give road users a message, I would make sure this wasn't the last time I crossed the crossing. To beware of all trains from both directions, especially on multiple tracks. Not to go through on red signals and booms activated. And just to be safe than sorry, make a phone call if you've been delayed at the level crossing for a continuous time, to make sure. Don't cross that crossing, and don't make it your last.